Okay. In theory, this should be kind of quick. Um, wasn't sure if you guys wanted to watch the horsies or me, but I think either way, I got to adjust my tripod. So, as usual, bear with me for technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, now I can actually see my screen. And I'm sitting here in the garden right there. Those are foxgloves. I can't remember the other name. Um, Everybody's told me what they are, and so I thought I'd put myself. Look at that! Look at all these lovely flowers in front of the roses and the clematis. So maybe I'll put myself here. Digitalis. Yes, that's it. They're beautiful though, aren't they? I love foxgloves here. I mean, these things are gorgeous. They're good looking. Oh, hang on, change the camera. Um, you know, horses don't touch them. They don't go anywhere near these things. They're amazing for the bees. The bees love these things. They're in them all the time. And it is as tall. I mean, that's an almost 6 foot tall plant. Fascinating. And then of course my rose collection here. It's not really mine. Neighbor planted all that and it just grows. Or not the neighbor, the previous owner. Silly me. Not the neighbor at all. Anyhow, okay, so yeah, it's a really nice one. And growing very, very well, obviously. So okay, so two things. I've not had nearly enough time to get some videos going. It's not a shortage of things happening around here, that's for sure. It's more of just a shortage of time to get a camera and go out. Anyway, so this week's going to be a little bit better. That's the first thing. Second thing is live stream tomorrow. I'm thinking if I'm ambitious, I might do 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, but I think probably 9 o'clock might be more viable, just due to things to do in the morning. We'll see what happens. I actually I'm thinking of doing 2 different live streams, 2 different horses. Got lots to do. Is it sunny here? Yeah, it's, hey, actually, come to think of it. Hi, Maureen, Sue, Maria. What else we got? Just you three? Must be really sunny. It is super sunny. I'm pretty sure I'm getting dark. Uh, yeah, it's nuts. So sunny. I've got way too much sun today. I've been out all day, had 3 lessons, worked 2 horses. Of course, everything else that comes, feeding, watering, minor maintenance, landscaping kind of thing. It's been a good day. It's a really good day. But anyways, the live stream tomorrow, Monday. What did I say? What's the date today? Today's the 9th. I think I said the 10th. The title of this video should be the 10th. So Monday the 10th, 9 a.m. I think I'm going to do 9 a.m. for sure. Whether I do an 8 a.m. and then a 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. or something like that, it might be. But very busy tomorrow. I figured I'd let you guys know because I don't usually send out notifications. So there you go. I thought I would also do a quick Q&A because I've got to a lot of these comments, but some of them I haven't. All of the ones for the video that Haley's in, I haven't responded to. I plan on getting those all at once But thank you everybody for your amazing comments and compliments. I've let her read them, and she's just filled with joy. So it's really nice. Thank you everybody for taking the time to write something and to write such nice, kind things. Um, it's wonderful. It makes me very proud at the same time too. So it's good. As for comments, I've had a few items come in. Actually, getting a few questions over on Facebook as well, but I don't know if they're going to really transfer over. So, um, got a couple questions about Gracie and her training, and what the plan is for what I'm doing. And I think that I've talked about it a reasonable amount and way, but just to sort of reiterate what's going on with her, she goes through periods of training, and then I give her a little break, and then periods of training. But I'm increasing the amount of times that I do the training and not the breaks, so that she can steadily progress towards being ridden, obviously. And so her groundwork is coming along just fine. She's managed to take that saddle pretty good. And from this point forward, I'll be working more towards having her stand in a mounting block, having her be used to having something on her back. I will be working more with tarps, and hopefully I can get something. The last set of sand pants I had broke, I think. So I need another, maybe I'll figure something out. But we're going to put something on her that's going to give a little bit of weight, and then other things that are going to be a little bit shaky and stuff, so she can learn to balance her weight properly. So anyways, we'll talk about that when I get to it, but that's the plan. And I will also be messing around on top of her, and I'll talk about all the things that sort of I think about and what I believe the horse is thinking about, and the stuff that I have practiced and studied and whatnot. So there's a lot to talk about in that regard. So questions about Gracie, general, she's doing great. I expect her to progress along really well. So what else was there questions on? Because that was I mean, a lot of this, because I've been putting out a lot of Gracie stuff, a lot of people come with comments about Arabians. I had somebody ask me today about whether or not Arabians are naturally just wacky, too full of energy, or too, what's the word, spooky, you know. And I think that I had two thoughts. One, I think, yeah, in general, I think Arabians can be. There's a higher possibility of it, but at the same time, I think that as humans, as we sort of get used to, say for example, you were to say, well, draft horses are very calm. Well, generally, you're going to approach draft horses calmly because you believe they're going to be calm. You're confident they're going to be calm. Everybody says they're going to be calm. If everybody says Arabians are crackers and hot-blooded and they go crazy and they spook a lot, then we're going to generally try to approach them with a little bit more caution, maybe some fear. It might even be inciting the idea in their brain that they should be a little bit more worried. Hard to say, but I'd hate to pigeonhole a breed, in a bad way, and I think that's what that is. So for Gracie, she's got some social issues that's just she's had over her life, and that will that will change. She will slowly, and is already growing more confident and better. So Laura in Vermont said something actually important I thought I would quickly cover here in a video. Said something you didn't mention is that some of the new variants of long grass, which are being used around new construction, were developed for durability and not for eating by horses, which is totally true. And this goes with the video about not feeding your horses grass clippings. In some cases, some of the types of grass that are being grown are just that they're not good for horses. And I've never really done a lot of research on that, but I believe it. So I pass it on. Maybe somebody can verify that for sure. So I think I saw a comment come through. You guys have been pretty quiet, which has kind of been unusual. Good evening, everyone. ML Calhoun. Question. I'm a stable Patreon and I haven't been getting the notifications. So is that the same problem? Yeah, Patreon isn't doesn't seem to send out notifications very well. I do have a new video coming up to you guys, everybody who is on Patreon, who's a patron. I do have a new video coming up very soon talking in depth about groundwork. So if I do put something up, I've already committed to the idea that I'll say something here as well, because or just check back in. But I've got a few really good ones that are you know, more for the dedicated crowd that are over there. So don't worry. Okay, and then there was more talk about the foxgloves. Somebody said that I put a saddle pad on wrong on Gracie. I believe I did it the right way. I thought I would cover that briefly. There are a few different types of saddle pads out there. I use the Western ones because I like the size of them. English ones are very thin, very small. You got to be very specific about them. The Western ones will have, hi Carla, will have a shape to them. Usually they'll be a little bit shaped. The high end goes to the withers. If they don't have a shape and they're just straight, I don't really use those. I don't think they're very good. But they'll sometimes have a cutout. That cutout goes to the withers. So one or the other. If they don't have either of those things, generally it doesn't really matter which way you put them on. You just put them on. But the ones with the cutout goes to the withers. If they've got a bit of a curve to them, the curvy part goes to the withers. So for the person who thinks, who was it? Lady named Jennifer says that I put it on wrong. I didn't. Maybe it just appears that way in the video. But the curvy part, and it also has a cutout, is towards her withers, which makes it the correct spot. So there you go. Martine in France says, you think Luke will lose his dapples? Well, he's never had them every other year, so it's hard to say. I think this is the first year that I've noticed he's had good dapples, and they've stuck for the last month, which is unusual. He's all shed out, so he might actually stay as a dappled horse. Wouldn't that be cute? He looks good with them all. People are getting their copies. That's about the gist of it. People are getting their copies of the Mustang book, which is amazing. Lots of great reviews. If you guys haven't seen that review about the Mustang book, that's about 6 or 7 videos back probably. I did a review, a live stream about the book about Mustangs, and a guy that trained one to be pretty good in the end. And then talked about what's going on in the world of Mustangs over in the States. So it's a big deal. Good book, great reviews. Thanks for everybody for letting me know in the comments what you think of the book. I thought it was pretty good. So I'm glad you guys did. Let's take, I've done, what are dapples? What are dapples? Dapples, when you look at the video of Luke, he's got what looks like little circles on his body, like little faded, faint looking little suction cup circles. Those are called dapples. He's dappled. I don't know a better way to explain it. You have to look at the video, look at the picture of Luke, or a video of Luke from the side, and you'll see on his body he's got what looks like little circles and lighter color than the rest of his body, but the center is a little bit darker. Just there's a circle. Those are called dapples. It's kind of cool. People like them. I like them. So since we haven't been out and about for horsey check, maybe you guys want to come along for my last evening horsey check. It's a beautiful evening. We've had wonderful weather today. Hi, Anne. Anne says, what happened to the baby Frisian you had? Well, it's a good story to tell you. I think I'll tell you that along my way down to checking on all the horses. You're welcome for the dapple explanation. Hang on a second. I just have to drop off a couple of items that are on the little table I've got here. Actually, yeah. Let's get rid of them. I'm just going to watch Ruli eat for a second while I deal with these wires that are all over the place. when I do the live streams, I have a microphone, right? And so I attach that to my whole tripod, but they're in the way at the moment, so. Okay, moving on. The little baby Frisian. If you guys haven't seen that video, Peggy's doing well. She's got 2 bags. Ruli's got her full bag. The little baby Frisian that was here was just here for a month. Hi, Emily. And Tana always comes over to me. Never fails. Hi. What's going on, big girl? You look blue. It's getting dark out. Hello. Very, very soft, lovely horse. She had a great ride today. Okay. What are you even looking at? There's nothing over there. Moon looks pretty good though. Yeah, everything's blue. That's just the phone. Just change the color to blue. Hi, Emily. Okay, I'm Maria. Marine. So wondering for horses like Tana to throw the hay bag over their shelter, would it help to have some type of clip at the bottom to hold it down? Good question. I have done that in the past, but I find when I... What do you need? You've already had your apples today and carrots and all kinds of wonderful things. Hello. See, she's just a love bug. Hey, you're a good girl. Yeah. Just a softie. What? She's nibbling on my fingers. There he goes. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Okay. The clip at the bottom does work. It is effective. The problem with it, though, is that it holds the hay bag down. Here's Gracie. And when it holds the hay bag down, the horses have a better chance at... now, hopefully the internet will hold out. Somebody let me know if it gets kind of choppy and I'll go back. The clips hold it down, but because the horses pull at the hay bags, when they're locked down like that, they actually rip them easier. Here comes Lena. No shortage of cow horses coming to say hello. Hi, Lena. You have something in your hair there. Let's take that out. Come here. There. It's dark in here. Yeah. It's dark. What time is it here? Oh, I don't know, 9 something or other. Hi, Lori. Look. What's going on, Roni? Roni got a workings today. Like I said, worked a couple of horses. One of them was Macaroni. I've got a lot of comments on how people say I don't work with him, but I sometimes do. I just don't really talk about it too much. We're coming to the back here. Hopefully the internet is still holding up. It's usually pretty good. Here's Luke. Checking waters, checking fences. This is the last horsey check of the evening, other than when I look out the windows and listen up for any trouble. I don't think he's going to come over. The other horse I worked was Lena. Hello, David. Here's Springer. Springer got some work today. A lot of the horses got work today. Luke got work. Lena got work. Springer got work. Macaroni got work. Gracie got a day off. So, beautiful night. Just fantastic. Especially with the moon. Hopefully you guys can see that. I stay still. So all the horses are good. Everybody's happy. So, yeah, horses got a bunch of effort put in. A little bit better for riding, a little bit better for groundwork. I had a great question actually that came in today, and the question was, before riding, should you do groundwork? And my default answer to that is yes, 100%. Always do groundwork before riding. And just as a recent story that I can tell about that is, I don't know if you can see them, probably not. It's too dark. Nah, too dark. There's about 20 fish just swimming around. Too dark. It's too dark, isn't it? Forget it. Anyway, so as a recent story, I was talking about a ride I had done with Tana, and the ride started out okay-ish, but it just felt like I was doing too much work. And so I hopped off. I did a little bit of groundwork, and I hadn't done groundwork before I rode. I just picked up and rode. I thought she would be okay, but it was a little bit of effort that I felt like I was doing too much. So I got off 6, 7, 8 minutes of groundwork kind of thing, get her moving around, all that kind of stuff, and got back on, and it was a great ride. And it's one of many examples that I could bring up, but usually I'll get a little bit of groundwork done before. I need to turn off the light. There. Tack room light was on. This is good lighting. It's better. So anyways, the point of it was that yes, doing groundwork is a great idea. I'd say that 90% of the time it'll make your ride better. 10% of the time you might not need it. You know, but there's a better chance that you're going to need it than not. So I always say, yeah, absolutely, do some groundwork. So, Ann says, where's Zeus? He's inside. He's been outside all day, running around, barking at nothing. So, anyways, can you sleep well thinking about the horses? Yeah, I can. My room that's right there. So, you know, it's, I hear everything. Don't get me wrong. It's sometimes you kind of wake up and you think, what was that? And it's nothing. But most of the time I sleep quite well. You know, don't worry about it too much. But I'm always here, you know, and I'm always paying attention. And I had a couple comments come through about that, and you know, that it's a really good thing to always be present, checking on the horses. A lot of places that don't seem to have that, and yeah, I don't know, it's just what I do. I can't imagine any other way of taking care of horses, you know what I mean? So, oh, thanks, David. Yeah, everybody thumbs up. I don't know, you know, it's great if you like the video. Great. It just helps YouTube punch things up in the algorithm, you know, so it's always nice. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, so that's about it. I wanted to put that out there about tomorrow's live stream. So even if you can't watch it, obviously it does get recorded. Just a minute. We have to remove. Goodbye. One more thing here. There we go. All right, just had to get rid of a crappy comment. So the live stream tomorrow is going to be at 9 o'clock, or one of the live streams. I'm planning on doing two. Now, I was thinking about being ambitious and having a live stream start at 8 o'clock, but that seems maybe a little too ambitious because there's just a pile of little things to do in the morning, and it might be oh man, we've still got just a minute, everybody. There we go. And remove. Okay, yeah, so 9 o'clock, for sure. And then I'll probably, at that time, I'll figure out when the next live stream. I'm going to do 2 tomorrow because I want to work a couple different horses. And then, yeah, we'll take it from there. Should be fun. Should be a good day tomorrow. Today was a great day. Very busy. Like I said, lessons, horses, stuff. So, anyhow, finishing off on a beautiful, beautiful evening tonight. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to end this here because we've got some young children that are coming in writing stupid stuff, and it's getting tiring to have to deal with. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes well. Okay, that's it for now. Bye guys, thanks for popping in.